Okay, Mr. Chairman, you are now streaming live, just so that you know.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I think we can start it. Mr. Clerk.
Okay, Councilor Durkee,
Present.
Councilor McMiniman,
Present.
Councilor Paz,
Present.
Councilor Stanley,
Present.
Chairman Darcy.
Present.
All are here, Mr. Chairman.
Would the clerk read the first matter?
First tabled matter from the previous meeting is CPC recommendation for the allocation of CPA funds for the construction of affordable housing units at the Waltham Armory.
Councilor McMiniman moves to take that matter off the table. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Would Council?
I have my
Council-
hand raised.
Yes, Councilor McMiniman, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Chair, I need to ask a couple of questions for my own clarification that I'm not sure I got the answers to correctly the last time. I don't know if someone on the committee can answer it, or you can answer it, or the clerk. I don't see Mr. Barrett on the call with us. So if I might, I would like to verify, the last meeting we had, the long-term debt committee, we had two matters. We had the matter of the Armory, which was a $5 million request for an allocation. And then we had, from the CPC, the funds for improvement to both McDonald and Thompson playgrounds. And I think together from two accounts in the CPC, that added up to, I'm not sure what that added up to. I don't know if it's 3 million, 8 or 4 million around, and I'm ballparking this. And I'd like to know that because the amount that we approved for the playground and then the amount that we're being asked to approve for the Armory, my question, and I don't know whether it was answered, and that's why I'm asking last week, is what, if we appropriated all of this money, the playground money, the Armory money, what money is then left in the accounts for the CPC? Does anybody know that answer to that question?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr.
Mr.
Clerk.
Clerk Magno, just from the testimony last meeting, Mr. Barrett said approximately $7 million would be left.
7 million if we appropriated for both of these activities.
That's what the chairman said, correct?
Okay, that's a help to me. Thank you very much. I needed to hear that amount before I had any other deliberation. So thank you. I'm finished with my questions for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council McMiniman. Next on the list, hold on a minute. Councilor Paz, I think you had your hand up. Councilor Paz.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just curious if we received all the information from Metro West or the CPA. I think there was a request for a historic registrar.
Yep, so your question, we requested a copy of their appraisal, a copy of the historic covenants, a copy of the approval to the National Register of Historic Places, and we asked for copies of their various letters of support. And in that list, we received the appraisal. We received 18 letters or emails of support. We received a document entitled Waltham State Armory Historic Preservation Regulatory Landscape by BCA dated February 2020. We have not received the approval of the national, what's the exact terminology? The National Register of Historic Places. And in an email we received from the applicant that they're in the process of trying to locate that document for us. That document would indicate what parts of the building or the landscape falls under that jurisdiction. So that's what we've received to date, and that's what we haven't received.
Sounds good. I appreciate that. I mean, seeing that, you know, we need a little bit more time at least to receive this very important information. I just want to also just reiterate my strong support of this project. I think we have a housing crisis that demands not only short-term relief, but also long-term investments in permanent affordable housing. There's widespread community support for this project, but I do want to be cognizant and respectful of everyone's need to do their due diligence in this committee and also for the rest of the council. Seeing that we don't have all of the pertinent information, I would respectfully move to carry this matter over to the next year.
Okay, I think what we want to do is, if that's the case, we'll table this matter. And then after that, then we'll move those matters out, the remaining one matter to 2021. But before you table it, I would like to ask a question, and maybe perhaps Councilor McMinimum would take the chair.
Certainly, Councilor, you have the floor.
Thank you. I personally would like to have a site visit at the site on Curtis Street to view the exterior, the grounds, the parking issues, and potentially even to look inside the building. I think if we're spending this amount of money, of CPA money, I really would like to see what we're purchasing or what we're donating to Metro West. So that be the case, I would make a motion that the clerk contact the owner and arrange a site visit for those people on the city council that wish to attend.
Is there any discussion on this matter? If no discussion, then you all understand the sense of Councilor Darcy's motion. I might just ask the clerk, do you know the name of the owner of the armory?
Right now, I do not, but I'm confident I can find out.
Of course. Okay. So you all understand the sense of Councilor Darcy's request to ask our clerk Magno to contact the owner of the armory and to obtain permission to have a site view for the committee to look at all aspects. Is there any discussion on the request? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Councilor Darcy, I'll yield the floor back to you.
Thank you, Councilor McMinimum. So Councilor Paz has a motion on the floor to table this matter, if I understand his intent.
Yes.
So as it's not debatable, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed?
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. That matter has been tabled on long-term debt. Mr. Clerk, would you read the next matter?
And Mr. Chairman, before I jump to the next one, could I asked you to get a motion for the minutes of the previous meeting.
Yes. Councilor Paz moves to approve the minutes from the last meeting, if that's all right. Councilor Paz.
Yeah, so move.
Great, thank you. Councilor Paz makes a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Would you read the next matter?
Next matter is the City Council FY 22-FY 26 capital budget.
And Mr. Clerk, just a housekeeping question. Is there a date by which this report has to be approved by? Does it have to be approved this evening?
Well, if you follow the city protocol, this document should be in by year end. So
Right.
I would suggest it has to be done tonight.
Thank you. On that matter,
Through you, Mr. Chair, I have a question.
Councilor McMiniman.
Through you to the clerk. I'm sorry, Clerk Magno. I have, honestly, I've looked at the document. It's out on my dining room table amidst all kinds of other material. Could you help me in the matter? I'm familiar with the City Council's capital improvement budget. It has to really be presented to the mayor because she has an obligation under the city charter to have her program or budget or a combination of both of those to the city council by December 31st. And what her suggestion in the past couple of years has been to all of her department heads is that many of them have money in their accounts for the capital budget that is encumbered and not spent, meaning they have tied up the money, but for whatever reason, it's still not being spent. And so she has suggested to all departments before she agrees to new money for new projects or new circumstances to finish and complete what has to be done. Excuse me just a minute. I'm sorry, I'm on Zoom. I'm sorry. So what has to be done here is, my question, because of that, my question to you is, I don't think there are any new city council requests in that capital budget for any time in the future from the city council. Am I correct, Mr. Clerk?
I do not have any, Councilor.
So, but there is a budget that I think is based on last year's information that is before us. And if that is the case, then it's a combination of what has been asked for and what we have the ability to spend on. So I'm going to make a motion to approve the city council's capital budget for approval by the mayor, because it's her approval for all departments, and we are a department that must take place. So I'm going to make that motion.
Councilor McMiniman has made a motion to approve the capital budget. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Councilor. Would the clerk read the next matter?
Next matter, Mr. Chairman, would be to carry any items in the committee over to the next council, which currently there's 3 on our docket. One of them was approved last week, so that's going to automatically, I would think, be approved later tonight. So we'd be carrying over 2 items, a tabled matter dealing with the Falzone Field Lights resolution from December 28, 2018. And then the matter that the committee just talked about with the Armory dated December 14, 2020. Those 2 items would need to be carried forward.
What's the wish of the committee?
Motion to carry to the next year, the two resolutions.
Councilor Durkee moves to carry over two matters from 2020 to 2021, as stated by the city, by the committee clerk. All those in favor or discussion on that motion by Councilor Durkee? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Those two matters have been moved over to 2021. What's the wish of the committee? Bless you.
Move to adjourn.
Councilor Paz makes a motion to adjourn at 6:14. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Thank you, councilors.